Ladies, and I will be doing the three sections of the assignment. First sections. Explain why life is like a stage according to Dramatically. Explain the role performance, side vehicles, teamwork, and becoming roles that hold society together. Social life is like a drama. Socialization consists of learning to perform in everyday life, involves impression, punishment, our effort to manage the impressions that others receive of us. Social life views similar of three. Places where we perform the roles assigned to us, places where we retreat from performance but let our hair down. Role performance, your style or impressions or interpretations. You give a role what is expected of us in one status. It is incapable with what is expected of us in another status. Sign vehicles. To communicate information about self three types, the social settings, our appearance, and our manners. Social settings where actions unfold, appearance, how you look when you play a role, our manner, the attitudes we show as we play our roles. Teamwork. Two or more people working together to help a performance come off as planned. If performance doesn't come off quite right, becoming the roles we play, roles became incorporated into our self concept. Section 2. In these sections, you will apply to social constructions of reality to your own life. What is social constructions of reality? How do you apply it to your own life? Please provide specific yet appropriate examples of how. The term social constructions of reality refers to the theory that the way we present ourselves to other people is shaped partly by inter- in, by our interactions with others, as well by our life experiences, how we were raised and what we were raised to believe affect how we present ourselves, how we perceive others, and how the others perceive us. In short, our perceptions of reality are colored by our benefits and backgrounds. For example, the Thomas theorem. People perceive reality differently, and when they decide how they are going to view a person or situation, they act accordingly. Since we all perceive reality differently, our reactions differ. Our definition of situation as good or bad, to embrace or avoid, dictates our response to it. Section 3. To begin with, society defined separately and history of such, since we can simplify and deny as a group of people who live in certain domain and share common culture. In sociology, society is not only the group of people with culture, but also existing social social structures and various behaviors of people and the relations. Thus, in the sense of society, there are structures and differs which can easily ruin the harmony and balance. However, mankind somehow has established and developed the concept of whole societies together. Emily Durkheim and Karl Marx's ideas will be referred to points of this section. Societies can be held together with institutions, government roles, and or society's own norms like common morality. To begin with, Emily Durkheim was the first sociologist who made the definition of the term collective consciousness, which comes from people participation in common activities such as family, education, and work. All these institutions or groups, such as friendship and sport teams, are very significant in a person's life. Those force participations to have good relationships and feel being a part of society. State Adamson and Tyler, according to Darkman Mechanical Solidar- Solidarity holds people in a certain combined position because in the small areas where members of society have similar life and beliefs have to live together all together and have to help each other. There are nothing that gives chances to people to have another lifestyle. They all believe the same religion, they all do the same work, and they all educate their children similarly, such as my people do all of this states Anderson and Taylor. My people believe this. Statements explain that how a person is connected with the other members in his or her society. Citation Griswold 2018. The other solidarity in an organic one. It appears in big cities where do now not know each other widely a society has different type of religious and education systems, family rules according to Durkheim. This difference create a problem which can be solved with his definition. He saw society as one body. Each member of the society has one organ, and his suggestion is that is farmer gives production to teacher and return of children's education. It was called Organic Society by Emily Durkheim. Mar- Marx Karl explained that the whole society together was the sociology. Mark Karl Marx was a sociologist who explained that what holds society together. He started pointing what it means in production, and there were producers and non-producers, even though producers who were agricultors and factors and factory workers after the industrial revolution supplies raw materials, non-producers who constitute capitalism's class hold economic in their own hands. Economic leaks that aspects of society and it supplies power. Thus, producers do not have the power because they cannot hold economic in their hands. In short, Marx's ideal system, there is no classification and class differences and only holds society together. Otherwise, society is divided in two parts. All in, all in all, searching and analyzing different aspects and approaches to the question what holds societies together. Personally, there are no clear certain elements and structures that actually manage to hold society together. Religion and cultures being the two most important of them. Religion brings human beings life in causes of ethics and morality, which somehow achieves to bring self-control to humans being and kept the balance even though it is not always the case. Governments not being in the most effective in holding societies together faces turns to the concept of ethics and moral rules, family rules and family traditions. For instance, one of the common Turkish family traditions is baking sliced sausage with eggs for Sunday breakfast. Another example is this is well known of family traditions, even though it is one small breakfast on Sunday. These traditions bring the whole family together. Just like society does, these elements are simultaneously determinants of constructing and shaping the status of society, when, whether appropriate or not. For example, the caste system is even an element that both divides and keeps together the society within the sub-decisions. Even though it is known that caste systems separate the society, there is an untouchable class as well. The system holds all people together, and the end, because all classes have a specific god or leaders, states zero and Sharma. In short, on the ability, economic, mechanical solidarity, and instructions are most effective elements which hold societies together, but simple tradition and relations to this whole people will balance as well. To conclude with society, social scientists have different explanations to society and how somehow connected to each other, about the whole societies together, and these are the elements economic, division, and labor, and instructions, even though these elements and their effects are common. They may show different qualities and priorities from time to time, from society to society. Alone, as a human being existing in this world, they will certainly want to be close to other human beings, and one way or other either find out contract the ways structures to live together. Citation: the world express